Well, we meet again. What's going on, every single body? Joe here, bringing you a brand new area in Sekiro. This is the Senpou Temple in Mount Kongo. So we're going to go through a couple of things real quick. The first thing that pops up are the prosthetics. So if you guys want to take a pause, read what they do on the right there. I gave you guys some time if you wanted to check it out. And then we're just going to go through a couple of the combat arts that are going to pop up on the screen after we're out of this menu. And then we will get on with the temple. Oof, there's one. There it is again. Let me get some flames. Let me get some flames. Where the flames at? This is a prosthetic skill, by the way. Balloon fire! If anyone knows what that's from, shoutouts to you. There it is right there. Here's the other combat art. Woof! Alright, now you can see you can only have one combat art equipped at a time. Now I'm sure there's going to be plenty as we progress through the game, but for now we only got those two. So what's going on here is we are climbing up this mountain, trying to get to the temple, which is above, and it's being guarded by these guys right here, and clearly I didn't see him when I played the game. Let me get in this shrubbery. Now, I was trying my best to pick off enemies one at a time, because I learned very quickly it's extremely difficult to deal with multiple enemies at once. Now, this could be for a couple of different reasons. One, I don't know how to play the game the way it's supposed to be played. Two, it's definitely a different feeling game than the previous Souls titles. You know, we're all used to running in there, mashing R1, maybe parrying, doing some dodge rolls, throwing a lightning bolt, but then yeah, that's good, on to the next. And as I said earlier, that didn't really work for me in this game. I found the more patient planning attack route to be way more viable. As you can see in the clip here, I'm utilizing the environment, checking the enemies, counting everyone, making sure I don't do anything crazy, get myself killed. Got one enemy by himself, and that's that. Here is what happens when you have multiple enemies attacking you at once. First of all, these guys were insane. I could never get a read on what they were doing, what attack was coming. Is it a thrust? Is it a sweep? It was extremely difficult to figure out, but there you go. There is the other prosthetic, the firecracker prosthetic. Kind of makes the guy stun a little bit. Look at these attacks. Look at this. It feels like it never ever stops. Now I got the homie behind me, which I didn't realize. Where's he at? There's the homie behind me. What a disaster. I actually get so lucky right here too. Watch this. I should have died. I was dead right there. Here's some more examples of dealing with 8,000 enemies at once. These guys, I'm telling you, relentless. Now again, I am definitely not playing the game the way I'm supposed to be playing it. I'm not doing certain attacks here. I didn't really do the parry very much because I couldn't really tell when it was my turn. I feel like a fighting game, like everyone's just plus on block, plus on block, plus on block. I'm just looking for a chance to breathe. Watch me get hit on the floor right here too. See, I try to jump away to grapple something and it doesn't work. Look, I'm on the floor. Watch this hit. Oh my goodness gracious. I think there is a roll mechanic right there, but I just got hit like a fool. So, but now let's see the patient play. Watch the patient play. One grapple. Two grapple. What's under me? There's one. I feel like I should also explain that not every enemy dies in one death blow. There are enemies that require multiple death blows. There is this little red bubble by their life bar, or multiple red bubbles, which means they require multiple death blows. So it's not always that easy. Run up to them and they die, so don't think it is. So during this sequence, I show you that you can run from the enemies. Kind of like the Metal Gear games, there is a sort of battle theme music. So when the enemies lose sight of you, the battle music will change, or I guess there will be no more music. The other thing I wanted to highlight is the sense of exploration and how vertical this game is. You know, it's not all the time where you feel like a lot of things are above you, especially in FromSoft games, or below you rather. So this game does a great job of implementing that style of play and that player awareness, where you have to really look off the cliff and be like, can I actually get down there? Is there something I can grapple to? Or is there something above me I can grab on? And also it does have its perks to do a little bit of exploration, as you can see. So yeah, by the time I get back to that house over there, you can see in the distance, the battle music does end and the enemies go back to their original state. Finally, after getting my ass handed to me, repeatedly for about 30 minutes, I found, or thought I found, the entrance to the temple, but I was sadly mistaken. All I found was an area that looked exactly like my apartment. minus the statues. Everything else is pretty accurate. This part coming up actually really messed me up. I believe I spoke earlier in the video about how sometimes the enemies are really, really hard to see, and I'm not going to say anything. Let me know if you guys see them. I'm not going to say anything. Just make me feel silly or not. Not them. But them. Where did they come from? Where did they... Oh, my lord. I was so mad. I was like, what? I missed 3 guys? But none of you are going to see what's about to happen next. None of you... What? Yeah. Exactly. What the F is that? Of course I died. I mean, why wouldn't I die? But do you know when you die in Souls games and you just get so frustrated where you died, you're just like, I'm running through this entire thing. I'm not killing a single enemy. You know what I'm talking about. You know that feeling. Anyway, this is exactly what I was feeling right now. I was like, F this. I'm running over there. I'm not doing that over again. I'm trying to see what's going on in this game. I don't got time to do things over again. So here is the classic, I'm frustrated, I'm running through everything Joe play right now. I do the same thing in fighting games too, by the way. So I am just grappling through absolutely everything. It was very easy to avoid the enemies in this stage because, as you can see, there is a serious vertical mobility option with the trees and everything. I'm sure not every stage is going to be built this way. It might be way more difficult in other areas, but that was pretty easy to do. Probably took me about 15 seconds. I got hit once. Look at my health bar. Hardly went anywhere. So, yes, that seemed very, very effective. But again, take into consideration it may just be this area. I wanted to highlight this part. This is a random NPC. She's talking about fruit. Some fruit is dry, some is fresh. Something about over there on the cliff. Hole in the cliff. I don't know what this lady's talking about. Spitting some wild stuff, and I could just do nothing. I had nothing to do. But I would bet eventually there's some sort of fruit or item we can give to her that'll change the dialogue options. Blah, 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 blah. You guys know the deal. I don't even have to discuss it. Let's just cut out all this NPC chitter chatter dialogue nonsense. I need to press R1. Look at this new enemy and let me press R1 on him. My immediate reaction was, damn, Big Trouble in Little China. My second reaction was, damn, look at how good these animations look. Everything is so smooth. The blade spins, the flurries, the jumps, the sound it's making, the clinging of the blades. It is all so sick. By the way, these enemies were crazy difficult as well. I am out of there, as you can see. Little did I know that my man was stalking me. Get him, you bum. Death. You died. Game over. That's another one. I lost count. Finally, after struggling for another 15 minutes with those guys, I happened to notice this random grapple point. Again, showing how exploration is way different in this game than the other Souls games. Finally, I also happened to find the lamppost, bonfire, sculptor's idol. This is pretty much the end of this area from what we were allowed to capture, but there was more that we were not allowed to capture. I will get to that shortly. Here's another new enemy, very reminiscent of the blow dart enemy, I think, from Blighttown. Come on, you guys love Blighttown. Everybody loves 2 frames per second Blighttown. Now, I'm going to be honest, I did sort of rush through this area because I was told there is a sub-boss here that we were allowed to fight, but we were not allowed to capture. This video is already getting way too long, so I want to make a quick shout out to Epic Name Bro, aka Marcus, who sat next to me the entire capture. Yes, he was at this pre-launch event with me too, and he and I were the only 2 people at the pre-launch event that beat the sub-boss. And you guys are going to get to see where the sub-boss is, but unfortunately you're not going to get to see him just yet. However, there might be another video in the future where I go into some more detail regarding the boss. He's right in there. He's right in there. There he is. Oh, they made me cut it out. I'm sorry, guys. But that about wraps it up for me. I need to thank FromSoft and Activision one more time for inviting me down to the pre-launch, and some tremendous amounts of love to people like Vati, Marcus, Epic Name Bro, David Klein, Silvermont, these guys have really paved the way for me as far as wanting to even create Souls content in the first place. So I thank you guys so much, and I hope one day to be as good at this as any of you guys are. Lastly, thanks to every single one of you guys for supporting. Please do keep it locked here. Make sure you follow, like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff, because there's going to be plenty of more Sekiro footage in the future. So thank you guys tremendously, and I will catch you soon.